We're starting.
Start.
So before we get into the conversation about GameCube games, what I get from this whole experience is that this is going to be your first video that you post on your new channel that you're making. That's what I get from this.
That's what I get from it.
That's
That's what we're getting from
that.
it.
That's the yes. That was actually my plan all along, is to not have me post this on my channel, but have you post this on your channel.
Oh, I see. Well, that's quite the switch up, man. That's quite the switch
I
up.
think it makes sense.
I think somehow it'll find its way to your channel. I think.
I
Let's just
well, I
say
think you need
let's
some.
just say I might know who the content moderator is.
Well, yeah, it may be, but I think that you need something to kick your channel off, and this would be a discussion about our top 10, GameCube games would be the perfect content for that.
That's right. This could be the channel
So
launch right here.
I think so. I think so. But let's not waste any time. I think our lists are going to be very different, and I'm excited to hear the hot takes of what GameCube games are the best.
I have a
Let's
feeling we'll at least, if we have a list of top 10 here, I think we'll probably have 5 in common.
in the same spot.
No. I think, I think one will be in the same spot. I really have a feeling one will be in the same spot. But I
Okay.
do think I'll be very surprised if we have more than 5 games that we list and they don't match up.
I I think we're only going to have one that matches up in the same, like,
Really.
as the whole list. Yeah.
I guarantee you, I know 2 right off the bat. I know 2 right off the bat that for sure match up. But I think more. I mean, unless you're surprising me,
Okay.
you could be throwing a curveball here. We'll see.
Okay. Well, let's start at the bottom of the list, and I want to start at my number 10 spot. So did you have a list? You have a list of 10, right?
I have a list of 10, but what I did not do is I came up with my list of 5 and actually ranked them. And then I realized when you said 10, I was like, oh, good. But then I didn't get a chance to actually come up with them, so we're going to do it on the spot. That's what we're going to do.
All right. Okay. So my number 10 is Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Oh. Ooh. That is number 1 on my list of GameCube games that I haven't played and want to play.
It's probably one of the funnest games. Not for the single player is really cool, but it has the mode where you can battle somebody on like rail races. And there's this one level where you race through a pyramid. I don't know why, but it's just super fun. It's a really good time. I was tied between putting Sonic Adventure DX, the first one, as my number 10, but I think because of the rail racing, Adventure 2 takes the spot.
Hmm. All right. That's pretty good. Yeah, Sonic. I saw Sonic 4. Sonic 3 in theaters and with one of my buddies, and he told me that it was very much based on Sonic Adventure 2, and it made me want to play it even more. But I've seen so many like YouTube shorts of Sonic Adventure 2, and it looks like a very fun game, and I feel quite robbed that I never played it in my youth. But I'm
It's a
gonna
very
play
fun
it,
game.
and I have a copy of it. I do
Sure.
have a copy of it. I
Sure.
haven't started it.
It's gotten to be very expensive. So what's your number 10?
My number 10 is going to have to be. I'm gonna say. I gotta say, you know what? I gotta say Super Smash Bros. Melee. That's 10 for me. That's 10 for me. It has to make the list. It has to. But the reason why it's number 10 is because it's actually not my favorite Smash Bros. I think it's the hardest Smash Bros. If I'm honest. I think it's the hardest. Do you agree? Disagree? Like, to really master it, I think it's the hardest.
It's an incredibly it's one of those games that you think you're good at until you play someone who actually is good at it, and then you realize how bad you are at the game.
Right.
I wouldn't that I wouldn't put it 10. That's an interesting spot. I would say that I think you're thinking of the Wii U version is probably your favorite.
Yeah, I think the Wii U version is my favorite control-wise, although I would be remiss if I did not give a shout out to the Subspace Emissary from Brawl. That was a good
That
time.
Yeah, that's the one redeeming thing about that game. That is a very fun mode.
The controls are just terrible in that game, though.
Everything
It's just so
else
bad.
is highly questionable.
Yeah. But yeah, Smash Bros. It's just Melee. It's great. I mean, it really changed the game. I felt like Melee was like one of those games that set the tone for GameCube. Like, I always explain this so badly, but it's like the gameplay is just it's so loose. It feels very free. Like the characters they're just bouncing everywhere. Like if you've ever seen like YouTube videos, my favorite are YouTube videos of like Fox and Falco doing like the B side on Final Destination, and they just B side and they're going everywhere, all over the map, under the map, and then it's like the people who can do that, it's nuts. But only in Smash Bros. Melee can you pull off that stuff. And so I love Melee. It's a great game. It's the game that introduced me to the Smash Bros. Series, but it's it's just not beating the other games on my list, I think. So there's a surprise.
Man. Well, if that's your number 10, I'm interested to see what in the world's next. So, number 9 for me is Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
Yeah.
Which
Yep.
I think is also a game that you haven't played.
Nope, I haven't.
But
you've told me about it for a long time. I will try it one day.
I think it's a super underrated game. They remade it or they remastered it on Switch. I haven't played 2 and 3, but I've played 1. But the thing about this game is that it's one of those games that just like it's a super fun game. I love having the boomerangs. You can throw different boomerangs. You can use those to get around. But it's one of these games that unfortunately like it gets progressively worse. But the beginning of it's super good. But it feels like you literally go to the end of the game and you go through the last like world opening, and it looks like the game is like half complete. Like there's like one level portal and then there's like all this empty space where they would have put stuff. And then I read apparently they just like rushed the end of the development of the game. So I think if they had more time, this game would be like way more like recognized. But unfortunately, the latter half of the game is not it's questionable, and it's probably actually now I'm like roasting the game when I say it's my 9th favorite. But the first part is fantastic, but it has one of the worst final boss fights I think of any game I've ever played. It's terrible.
Really?
But the rest of the game is a lot of fun.
I gotta hear the story about like did your parents just get you that game randomly as a gift, or did you actually seek it out? Like, how did you get into that game?
I don't know. I just had it.
You just had
I just had it. Huh. No idea how. Yeah. They have it on. It's not a GameCube. Like they have it on PS. They had it on PS2.
Okay.
As well. Like so, it wasn't just a GameCube game, but yeah. I don't know.
Well, my number 9 is going to have to be Kirby Air Ride. That's my number 9. Yep. That's a solid game. I think it was middle school, maybe before middle school, late elementary school. I used to play that game with some of my friends, and we basically did the free mode where you just like run around in the city, and we would literally just play tag. I know it sounds dumb because that's not the point of the game, but we used the volcano like on the corner of the map. You had to jump into the volcano, and that was like base. But we would just like if the Kirby's like run into each other, the screen would vibrate, and so that's how you know you tagged the other person. And so we did that a lot. I also just enjoyed like the city trials and stuff, and the races. Like I remember the first time I unlocked like Meta Knight and King DDD. Like they were just fun to play as. And yeah, it was just Kirby free roaming in a city. It was like Mario Kart World before Mario Kart World was a thing. So it's a great game. I love it. I definitely went through a phase where I was playing that a lot. So
This game is not on my list. I didn't have. I played this game plenty of times, but I only rented it. I rented it from Blockbuster a handful of times, but it never stuck with me that much. It was okay, but maybe it's because I didn't play with like other people. The game, maybe that's where I was missing.
which one is that? Oh, Kirby Air Ride?
Yeah, maybe I didn't play. I never raced anybody else. I think I just played it myself. So
Oh,
maybe
gotcha.
that's what I was missing
Yep,
in my experience.
you were missing that. Next time you come over or I come over to you, I'm gonna show you how to really play that game.
They're making a new one for
Yes, they are.
Switch.
That's right, for Switch. I was pleasantly surprised about that one.
The number 8 may be an overlap. It might be. Yeah.
That's the overlap.
My number. What's that?
That's the overlap one. You think?
No, I think looking back on it, I think there may be 2 overlaps, and this is the only one that I think might be another overlap. I put Mario Party 6.
Wow. Okay. All right. Nice. I was so okay. I'll be honest. Because I really want to make some shout outs to other games, I nearly put Mario Party 6. We almost had a matchup there, but I moved it.
Okay.
I moved it at the last minute. That's a great
Mario
game.
Party. It is. I almost put it. So Mario Party 4, I really liked because I like the mini games. Mario Party 5 kind of just for me, I feel like I never really remembered much about it. But 6, I like the night and day like toggle they had in there.
Yes.
And that one I just remember the most for some reason. Like 7 is a great game. Like I remember all the maps, but for whatever reason, 6 I think was really like a unique one. Just something about it with how well. First of all, the GameCube Mario parties are the best just by far. I don't know what they were like.
Yeah.
The developer of those ones, the orbs you could get and throw at the spaces, the mini games, the maps, everything was just the best. Maybe apart from Mario Party 8, the GameCube ones are just phenomenal. It's like they went from like all these 3-dimensional maps, and then the new ones are like 2D boards that you just like go around squares. I'm like, what's going on here? And then whoever knows what happened to Mario Party like 9. Where like Bowser was racing. I don't know what they were trying to do there, but
they had
to me.
They basically, I'm convinced the creators of Mario Party 9 were like, what was the worst Mario Party there was? Oh, Mario Party Advance. Okay, let's emulate that one. And that's Mario Party 9 for you.
You didn't like Mario Party Advance?
No, so I actually did, but in terms of Mario Party, it's the worst one. But I was a huge, like growing up, Mario Party was the best. In fact, I think Mario Party was what introduced me to Mario. I loved Mario Party. I actually can remember many times sitting in a Target shopping cart with my Game Boy Advance as like a 6-year-old kid playing Mario Party Advance, jumping on the shells that are coming like left and right from the screen, and I'd try to keep getting up higher and higher, and just anytime I'd fail, I'd rage and just like punch the shopping cart or something or whatever. But Mario Party Advance was great, but it was a one-player game. It was the only Mario Party that was a one-player game. So they took Mario Party 9 and they tried to like, I don't know. They tried to make it like a fun one-player game that's 4 players where 4 characters are in the cart and you're moving them along the spaces. Like, no, like I want to free roam. I want to go where I want to go. I don't want to be forced to go every turn somewhere where the other 3 people want to go. So it's like, yeah. I mean, also Hudson Soft, they were making Mario parties through 8. And so 9, whoever took over, I don't know.
Something happened.
Yeah, something happened there. Something happened. But 6 is great. I 100% agree with you. I just want to add that the night and day thing, I don't know why that's such a big deal, but it is. It is just, it's my favorite. It's great. I mean, 6, having that feature was just amazing. And then it's not simply just night and day. Like obviously, like it changes. Like I remember one map. One of my favorite maps is the one where the DK and Bowser ships rotate, and and at night the boos appear, the ghosts, and you can pay them to scare other people, and steal their stars. But then during the day, the boo's gone because he's afraid of daylight, and so it's just stuff like that that made it interesting. But 6 was great. I'm sad that I'm not including it on my list now. I'm thinking about it, but I think I think the others are just too important to mention. So, not to mention. So, but yeah, that's a good number 8.
So what's yours?
My number 8 is gonna have to be. Let me think. Let's see. So that means I have 3 more. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right. I'm gonna have to pick. I'm gonna have to eliminate one. I'm gonna say. Okay, yeah, I gotta say, Mario, Super Mario Strikers. I think that's gonna be the one.
Super Mario Strikers.
Super Mario Strikers. I really like that one. That is just a fun game to play. It's weird that I'm saying it's 8 because I really do enjoy that game, and I played it a lot, and I played it like for many years. Like I probably never put that game down for more than 3 years at a time, maybe. But had it for 20, so it's just a great game. It's just so honestly, I love sports. I love playing sports. I'll play any sport. Soccer is my least favorite sport. There's something about it that just bores me. The rules just kind of suck the life out of it for me. There's just so many rules. Like you touch someone and there's a flag. But in Mario Strikers, it's the reverse. You are encouraged to smash your opponent into a electric fence which surrounds a soccer field for some reason, and you smash them into an electric fence, and then you watch as they violently like shake and scream. And that's the only Mario game, by the way, I think that is E10 and up. Only Mario game that I can think of is E10 and up. Yep.
Is it E10? I'm trying to like look at my copy over there.
If it's not that one, then it's the one for the Wii but they're both equally as violent. So I think one of them is. It might just be the Wii one. I would verify that, but I'm pretty sure both of them are. But it's the only one because it's so rough, and I'm just like, now if soccer was really like this, it might be my favorite sport. But yeah. So
indoor soccer can get a little rough.
Huh?
Indoor soccer can get a little rough.
That's true. Yeah, I do remember when I was a kid at recess. A lot of times, if I did ever play soccer, me and my friends, we would play. We would play our own rules, and it was rough. Like we would tackle each other. We would slide tackle each other. We'd shove. We'd push. Like we were rough. And we got hurt. Like I remember getting hurt sometimes too, and it was fun. But then when we did it in PE. It was like you had to adhere to the rules, and that's where all the flags were flying. But yeah, no, Strikers was great. I played it a lot with you, with Nick, of course. Nick is just unbelievable at that game, by the way. That's the one he'll get you at for sure. And yeah, so I think it's a great game. They have that random robot character that they call Rob, and it's not the real Rob from like Mario Kart DS or back in the 80s, the toy robot thing. It's like a different Rob, and so that was always an interesting one to me. But just kind of a random bonus character you unlock when you beat the game. And so anyway, it's cool. It's a great game.
That game is not on my list.
I didn't think so.
No. It for me it's fun, but I don't think it's ever a game that I would pick up and play myself, like a single player.
Is it because I beat you when we were up there last time?
That's probably it. Yeah. No, I think it just kind of, if I'm playing single player, it kind of gets old after a while. Like I feel like I'm doing the same movements. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like passing it and then kick and then doing that one like super kick.
That's true.
But
I can see that.
I don't know.
It's a different experience when you turn on only bombs for the items, though. That's how you play.
Yeah, I have not turned that on. 7 for me is Mario Kart Double Dash.
Ooh, that hurts to hear that. That's so high on your low on your list. That hurts.
It's all the way at 7. I should say Mario Kart Double Dash is my favorite Mario Kart. I think it has the tightest controls. I think it has having the 2 character option. I think is like one of the greatest options that in any Mario Kart. It just adds such a unique element to the game. But it's down there at 7, and that's because every other game ahead of that I think is better. So what is your number 7?
My number 7 is going to have to be, and I fear you're not going to love this one, but it's going to have to be, just by order of elimination, it has to be Mario Superstar Baseball.
At 7?
Yeah, it has to be at 7.
Man.
Has to be at 7.
That's disappointing.
You'll see. But it's at 7, and again, I don't make that decision lightly, so I guess I can't critique your Mario Kart Double Dash placing too badly, but Mario Baseball, it's a great game. It's just, again, just like with soccer, they only made it in that era. There is no other Mario Baseball or soccer game outside of the 2000s. They made one for the GameCube, one for the Wii, and both of them were just incredible games. And baseball, like, there is, and you make a good point with soccer, it is kind of the same movements, but honestly that's kind of the fun of it. You just smashing characters into walls and stuff. And there's competition with different characters and levels and stuff, but with baseball you have to have like a serious strategy. Like you have to be focused on so many different things. Like when we play, for example, you definitely take the cake in Mario Superstar Baseball. I just have to give it to you. I mean, if I just give you the smallest opening, if I do not play perfectly, you will just run after run after run, and it's a spinning wheel, and I can't stop that wheel. So, but it's strategy. So, like, I got a player on first. One of my main strategies, probably shouldn't give you this strategy, but I guess I will for the sake of the video, is it's always easy to steal second. So as soon as you start pitching and I got a man on first, I'm stealing for second, and I'm going to keep doing it until I get it. But especially when you have multiple people and multiple bases filled, like you're hitting the X and Y buttons, and then you have to use the joystick to control which one. Like maybe you're going to get my guy out on 2, so I got to send him back to 1, but I want the guy on 3 to go to home. So it's like it's nuts. It's crazy. And so of course it's a lot of room for errors, and sometimes it's just luck, but it's a great game, a ton of strategy, just a ton. There's the characters and all the positions too. It's amazing. It's a great game.
It has a surprising amount of strategy. Like it has the chemistry feature, the character stats, even down to like batting left or right-handed, and then doing like there's competitive Mario Superstar Baseball, and there's like Discord groups that literally play competitively. Yeah. I watched some of the games, and it just cracks me up that, well, first I'm very glad that exists. I find it really funny that that game is still popular enough that there's a channel with 15,000 subscribers. It's Dinger City, if you ever watched that one.
Shout out to Dinger City. They are incredible. But you know what? Both sides are so good that really, you only see 1 or 2 scores. Like when I watched the video you sent me, that they only the grand total was 3-2. It was it was just crazy because it's both are so good. But
yeah. All right. That's an interesting spot.
I haven't mastered that game. I hope one day I can. Maybe I can master baseball and you can master Mario Kart.
Yeah. All right. What else we got here? So
number 6.
I'm on number 6, and my number 6 is Super Smash Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you're saying, you have to put it somewhere. it deserves a top 10 spot. For me, I played that game all the time growing up. I played it in many groups, played in tournaments,
Tournaments. Okay.
I played, well, not tournaments, like our friends made tournaments of it, right?
Oh,
so I played it
right.
enough where it's like I have so many memories attached to like the menu screen, all the sounds and the music, and it's just like that game is just an absolute classic. Like it's it's so hard, and it's just so hard to get good at it. But yeah, that one, like playing as Mario in that game.
You ever played 3 level 9 Roys? Just you?
I try to avoid it. Those event matches are insanely difficult.
Talk about like
I remember as a kid, like trying to unlock Mewtwo felt like an impossible task.
What was the one where I mean, the good news is with Melee, if you just keep playing, like I think it's how many games or hours you play, you'll eventually just unlock the characters. And so with Mewtwo, I think it was Mewtwo, I could not do the 100-man melee, or was it the 20-minute melee? I forget whatever one it was. It was ridiculous. It's like where I'm supposed to just hit B down with Donkey Kong, and he's supposed to just smash the ground for 20 minutes. Oh, I mean, but by the 12, 13-minute marker, you got one of the electric mans hitting you in the back, and then all of a sudden they're just throwing you around like a ping pong ball, and that's it. It's over. Once you lose it, you lose it. And so one day when I unlocked Mewtwo, what I did, 20 hours is a very long time to like a 8-year-old. What I did was I just set like an endless, well not an endless, but like a, I don't know, like a very long match. It was like 24-hour long match or something, and I just closed my TV and let the game just do it. And when I turned my game on, or my TV on, like the next day, I went to sleep the next day when I turned it on, it was like, okay, challenger approaching, it's Mewtwo, and I was like, oh, there you go. So it's like that's the easy way. But I mean, I've never beaten that. I don't think I've ever beaten that one. It's insanely hard. That's a very hard game.
It's
but yeah, my number 6 is going to have to be Luigi's Mansion.
Okay, yeah.
Picking that one. That's a big one. I definitely had a lot of like second grade conversations with that game. Like I got really stuck on like just, well, first off, I couldn't beat that really creepy baby at the end of Area 1. Wait, you haven't played that game yet, have you, or have you?
I've seen playthroughs of it. I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so again, I'm surprised you haven't played that one. That was a big one. That was a 2001.
Well, I have played. I rented it a couple times.
Right.
But I've never like beat it. Yeah.
So that one was like an original GameCube right there. That was a 2001 release alongside Melee.
Yeah.
And it's just a great game. It's fun because like you're just in this massive mansion, and there's just different like areas and levels and stuff. You got your dining room, you got your bedrooms, you got like all the extended bedrooms and like the downstairs area. You got like the courtyard, then you got the roof. I got really stuck on like the first boss, and then eventually when I got the boss, I struggled getting all 50 boos in like area 2. But once I finally got all 50 boos, finally did that. 3 and 4 were pretty much a breeze. Beating King Boo was a little tough, but it was just fun. It was just so much fun. I mean, I will say for a GameCube game, the controls were a bit stiff, but it wasn't like you're not moving around like in Super Mario Sunshine, for example. Like Luigi's not bouncing off the walls. He's like little subtle movements with his vacuum, but it still is like, you know, it's a lot of C-stick movements. So like you're turning around with your flashlight and your vacuum, and yeah, so it's a great game. It's unique on my list for sure, and it just had to be included.
That's such an interesting game to launch with a console. You would think it would be flipped, that Sunshine would have launched with it. Yeah. But like having a Luigi game, I don't know, like is that the only standalone Luigi game?
It is. Well, there's Luigi's Mansion 2 and 3, and then there's an HD remake of 1 and 2. So it's the only standalone game. I don't know why they picked. I mean, I like it, but it's a strange like. I wonder if the creators were just like, we want a standalone Luigi game. What should we do? Well, let's make him afraid of everything. And what's the best scary thing to do? Well, okay, a haunted mansion. And so I guess they just decided on that. And then ever since, that's Luigi's persona. He's just the scared brother, I guess. But I think they, you know what? Honestly, never mind. I think as a quick little history, there was a Super Mario Bros. Super Show TV show in the late 80s, early 90s that accompanied the major Mario releases at the time. So there was 3 seasons. There was one season, which was first season was based off of Super Mario Bros. 2. Second season was based off of Super Mario Bros. 3, and the third season was based off of Super Mario World. And Luigi, the creators, I guess, decided that they wanted Luigi to kind of be like the more fearful, like younger brother, and so that's where he got his little persona, being very scared. And I think there was an episode where Luigi was like frightened by a ghost, and he was just like really frightened by all the ghosts in like the Super Mario World episode. And so I think that's where they got his whole like being afraid thing from. So yeah, a little interesting history. About 10 years before the game came out, but it was an interesting choice.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.